Good morning. I hope everything is good with y'all today. It's a beautiful fall day and we'll be outside out in the front yard on this potting table here, and I'm going to show you a few things. I have to repot a few plants, and I'm going to show you how to do that today. Today's cup of tea is pomegranate and green tea. I wanted to share with y'all this pretty sweet gift my daughter gave me. And then this little matching one. Isn't that sweet? My daughter-in-law gave me a really pretty gift the other day too. They've just been spoiling me rotten. Excuse my voice, I've had a sinus infection, so it's affecting my voice a little bit today. But the first thing I wanted to show you to repot is this plant. This is a Japanese money tree. My daughter gave me this plant, and it's outgrown its pot. I loved it outside this year. It's got 3 little pups. She calls them pups. 1, 2, and a little bitty one over here. So I'm going to repot this plant and separate the little pups today. And then hopefully we'll get this one repotted. It's just struggling. It just says it's a white Ann, and it's from Peru. But I like it because it requires low light, but it's outgrown its pot, so we'll be putting it in a new pot today. And another thing I wanted to share with you are these Amaryllis. My husband bought me these new ones. I grow these every year. Every year for the last 39 years, I've always had an Amaryllis pot. I potted Amaryllis around this, I potted at this time, and it blooms around November into Christmas. And here's some of my older ones. And I've had so many that I've had to divide them and give them to friends. I've got a couple of them here. They're beautiful. If you've never saw the Amaryllis, they are huge and they are beautiful. It's about 4 blooms to each stalk, and you might get 1 to 2 stalks depending on how old your bulb is. But I wanted to share that with you. I'll be potting some of those. Okay, right back. But first we're going to get this Japanese money tree. I think the rule is to just go one size up. When you're repotting, but I'm going to go a little bigger with this plant's pot today because it's just growing really fast, and I think it'll be happier in a bigger pot than what one size up would be for it. So I'm going to break the replanting rules a little bit today. Get you down here where you can see the pot. Now this is a mixed compost. We have a little compost bin out back, and that's where we put our kitchen scraps. So it'll be mixed compost and potting soil is what I have here in this pot. Now I got to get this plant out. I can tell that it's root bound because it's hard to get out of here. There it is. There's the little babies. We'll want to get those off and repot those. I wanted to be sure that this plant had plenty of room to spread out. She just gave it to me in the spring, And this is how much it's grown, so I hope I have enough space to grow this. Now when I take it inside, I'll water it really good. And so this is its new pot. And the next we'll repot these little babies. Let me get some soil up here. We'll put the biggest baby in the biggest pot. Excuse me. So that's that baby's new home. Here's number 2's new home. And now I'll have 3 more little plants. So I'll either have them to grow or have them to gift to friends. The good thing about having them this small, they don't take up too much space. Now with the Amaryllis, when you open these up, they come in with their own little pot. Here's the bulb. And they come with this little disc that you're supposed to soak and plant your Amaryllis in. But I always just get a good sturdy pot. These blooms get rather heavy. They get, you saw how tall the one I just showed you was. It gets pretty tall. The bloom is really big when it does bloom. So I find I need something a little more substantial to put this this bulb in. You can put a few stones in to help a little bit with the drainage. This is a recycled pot that I had on hand, and I just am recycling this. This is that composted soil I was telling you about. Mixed 50% potting soil and 50% compost from the backyard compost pile. And just put your bulb in. And when you put your bulb in, make sure you let at least half of it stay up. Stay up out of the dirt. There you go. Now this will be ready to put a little water on it and set it aside and have it ready. Well, thank you today.